it's the same thing, no doubt about it. And I'm a big believer in Jesus Christ.
As am I. As am I.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Man has plans. God's the master planner. And that being said, I've worked with a lot of great trainers that never got their just due. Joe Amato, that had 50 plus years in the sport, never got an opportunity to work behind the scenes. Guys like Georgie Benton, who weren't the face, but everybody knew. Lou Duva was the face, but it was Georgie Benton that was really the game planning, really doing all those things. And for whatever reason, you just never got your just opportunity. And so that being said, to crack that 4 or 5, that there's always around in a time, it's Angelo Dundee, it's Eddie Fudge, and there's that 4 or 5, and nobody could really break into that. And the big reason for that is because when guys invest a lot of money in fighters, they want to make sure that their investment is returned, so they get nervous. So it's like, oh, that's why they always, even if a guy takes a guy to number 1 in the world, it's like, oh no, we got to get a big name trainer now, because they get concerned with their investment. And so to break into that top 5, as now I have, it's virtually impossible. No matter how much knowledge you got, no matter how much you do, you take a kid, like I said, from amateurs to number 1 in the world, even if he wins a world championship, it's like, hey, he did it with that one guy, and then that's pretty much it. And they flame out, and they're never going to give you really another opportunity. So because of the Dominican Republic and the talent that they have, they shattered the glass for me.
For sure. And that's for sure. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. I'm telling you. You definitely doing a lot of good things for them. Any word on what's next for Garcia or Puello? Any, like, as far as who they're gonna fight, when they're gonna fight? Any inside info as far as that?
I think Puello will probably fight. We're not sure yet who he's gonna fight, but what I'm being told, he'll probably fight in the beginning of the new year. And as far as Garcia, maybe something similar to that. I just talked to Hector yesterday, so I told him, we've been on a good roll. You had a little bit of time with the family, and I want you to get back out here so we could continue to work on the things that we've done. So hopefully he'll be out here within the next week or so and get back to work. But in terms of exact dates, fights, names, I'm not privy to that. I guess that'll be up to Showtime, Al Heyman, and the powers that be.
Is Puello gonna go back there in about a week or so as well, or just Garcia?
I think just Garcia. I think Puello maybe a couple more weeks. He'll be coming out. So, I know he's doing some things back home, and I try to check in with them all the time. Hey, got to be disciplined, guys. Got to be disciplined. Yeah. But don't worry about it, Coach. We're on it. We see the light at the end of the tunnel now. So we've been good with that.
All right, good. I just want to ask you a few more questions, and then I'll let you go. You've been very gracious with your time, and I really appreciate that. Somebody's Billito Ramirez is asking, Broadway, ask him what he thinks of Edwin de los Santos. That's the guy who just beat Rayo Valenzuela.
Wow. I mean, wow.
That guy, nobody was expecting that. Definitely.
No, nobody was expecting that. I had talked to Adames a little bit about him because we were watching the fight obviously together, and he said, Coach, peligroso, Coach. He bang. So Adames wasn't surprised because he knows him pretty good. Yeah. I was surprised because, I've never seen him spar. I've never seen him in person. That was the first time I had ever seen him on TV, and what an electric performance, huh?
What's funny? Adames was the one who sold me on him too. I had called Adames. Well, I called a few guys, but Adames was the one. He's like, Joel, I'm telling you, this guy's punching power is different.
He told me
it's not like there's guys who hit hard. There's different type of power. That's what he told me. So when the way he was telling me, I was like, you know what? Rayo gets hit. Rayo's a good fighter, but he gets hit. If Adames is telling me this guy's power is some legendary type power, I'm gonna pick him to win, and he proved everything Adames told me De Los Santos was. He proved it. He proved it.
You know what's funny? Every time we watch the fights together, me and Adames. Well, I shouldn't say every time, But boy, he's on the money with a lot of fight predictions. I said, man, if you ever stop boxing, man, you ought to just go into betting lines and have your own betting show. Because my God, he calls fights like second to none.
Yo, just bet on Dominicans. That's it. That's it. Dominicans run boxing. That's it. That's what I tell people. People get mad when I say it. I'm like, hey, listen, just bet on Dominicans and you'll be good. Somebody's asking, what does he think of other Dominican fighters with other camps, Michel Rivera and Elvis Rodriguez?
I love Michel Rivera.
I know you do. I know you do.
I love Michel Rivera. I mean, I watched him up close and personal. I've watched him fight. I've been in his corner. And even before I was in his corner for the last fight, I've said it and I'll say it verbatim. I think Michel Rivera beats Gervonta Davis. I think he beats Isaac Cruz. And I love Isaac Cruz. I'm very good friends with his father. But I love Michel Rivera. He's a tremendous talent. I think he's the complete package. Now, that being said, obviously this is boxing. You could get caught with one shot. But I would, if he was fighting Gervonta, I would have him, the way I'd see the fight playing out, if neither one of them got caught with a shot, he'd be up on the scorecards. And if he doesn't get caught with something big, I think he beats Gervonta Davis. And I feel the same with Isaac Cruz.
Okay. What's your opinion on Elvis Rodriguez?
I like him a lot too. I was actually at the last fight he had with Freddie Roach. I think they're doing a great thing. I think he's in great hands. And he's another guy who's just a top talent. I mean, like I said, the talent level out of the Dominican is second to none, really.